Dialed in to Box and Brews, you might hear something you can use. Like tips on your cash or tips on the suds. You're gonna want to use the smarts of these studs. Cause they know the brews, and they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks. So listen up, cause shit's not funny. And save yourself some beer money. Box and Brews.
Bucks and
Box and Brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, this is my third podcast in less than a week.
Bro,
And we're second.
Yeah, so we're trying.
We're trying very hard.
We're trying something new. We're using a little AI to try to do some mini splits after and see if that works.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it.
So
always willing to try something out.
as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you guys listening to us. So, David, what are you drinking tonight?
So tonight we have an interview and we are sponsored.
We are sponsored.
So I'm going to start the night with a Kittywampus Soda, a Klompenstopper grape soda.
Okay.
I love grape. You know how excited I am to try this. And we have a guest who supplied all of the drinks. Joe, please introduce yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Joe Grunhoff. I do all the brewing, can, and everything for Kittywampus Soda. Been doing it for quite a long time. 2017 really is when the company got going. But I've been brewing before that as a hobby for probably about 15 years now. So.
Okay. Sorry, it's nothing against you. So
Nick hates everything grape.
grape just doesn't end well when it goes down. We'll put it that way.
Grape is my favorite flavor of almost everything.
We all have what we enjoy.
I'm gonna do some cream soda.
Oh, that's good.
I'm glad you enjoy it. So, thank you so much for the sponsor. What are you drinking, my friend?
Well, me, I'll be doing like a root beer, I think, for the night.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we got you a nice glass right there.
Awesome. This is like the second sponsor is sorry.
Saugatuck, have
They have never sponsored us.
Oh, okay.
We got that glass free from Break Room Therapy.
Oh, okay.
So,
and we only have two very limited edition Bucks and Brews cups.
So we get those.
So I got the special one.
So cheers, my friend. So 2017, you were a home brewer of pop, or did you start out what did you start out with? Was it root beer, or did you start out with beer? Did you?
Yeah, so I started brewing back in maybe about 2012 area or something like that. My brother was a beekeeper down in the Florida, and he was starting to do a little bit of home brewing. He was a beekeeper, so the first one he did was like a honey beer.
Okay.
And I went down there to help him out for about a month or two. I kind of got hooked on the idea of brewing beer and stuff like that.
Sure.
But since I wasn't quite 20 yet, my brother's like, well, you might as well start doing soda.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, I had all the equipment for forced carboning, all the sodas and stuff like that. And one thing led to another. After that, I did do some beer, wine, mead, but always enjoyed doing the sodas and stuff like that.
Okay. So 2012, you start brewing. 2017, you launched your business. What makes you lead to saying, hey, I want to turn this into a business versus keeping it as a hobby?
Yeah, so it was a brewery across the road from us or a mile and a half down. They were starting up and looking for some sort of a craft soda, getting a couple kegs and stuff like that in there. And I think I started out doing about 2 or 3 5-gallon kegs and all that.
Okay. And what flavors did you start out with?
I did blueberry was really the first one. Okay. Cream soda as well, but blueberry was the first one that we brought into a can.
Okay.
And that was like 2021 area. So for about 3 years, it was really just supplying them. But yes, I say the company started in 2017, but it was like you're doing about 5 gallons a year type of thing. So that was how it was. And then also another meadery in Grand Rapids, which just closed their doors sadly.
Oh, Arctos?
Arctos, yeah.
Wow.
They were also they were pretty much right there with Hopland to take on right off the bat.
Okay.
So
yeah. Say that's I went to Arctos very random. My buddy worked there for a little while, and I never even knew they had your stuff there. So I feel bad about that.
Well, we ran into Joe.
Yeah.
In 2023 at the Beer and Donut Fest at Fifth Third Ballpark.
Yep.
Or whatever the fuck they call it now.
LMCU.
Whatever. Fifth Third Ballpark. And at the time, I mean, we had a lot to drink that day. It was a good day.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh my God, this is awesome. We should totally have you on the show. And then, you know, the ball kind of dropped in my court like it always does, and I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
And then we were at the Granville Market, about a month ago or so.
Oh, yeah.
And Joe was just happened to be right across from us. And I looked over and I'm like, didn't we see him at Beer and Donut Fest? And you went, we saw him somewhere. I don't remember if that was it. And then, of course, Joe recognized us because who wouldn't?
It's nice.
So we got to talking and we're like, yeah, we got to set this up. So, I mean, it only took us 2.5 years and an extra month.
This isn't bad, right?
It's really not.
If you guys knew our track record, say,
I mean, we got a whole stack of cards over here that we've called 2 people off of so far.
yeah. All right. So so within a couple of years, you're doing 5 gallons to 1 to 2 different, breweries / meaderies. Fast forward, where are we now? What are we looking like?
Yeah, so right now we went from, I mean, essentially the blueberry was the first one in the can. Now we're at 7 different flavors. Really, 6 are the mainstays, and then, well, right now we have a 7th seasonal.
Okay.
I guess technically we do have an 8th because I did a summer lime soda.
Okay.
We released that one right around 1st of May. Get all the tacos and tequila events and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Our new seasonal one is an apple cinnamon one.
Okay.
It's the only one with a full wrap label.
See,
40% Michigan apple cider in there, steeped in cinnamon sticks. It's been one of the most popular flavors we ever did.
Okay.
I mean, it tastes like a liquid apple pie.
Oh, that's
Get me excited. I'm gone with the cream soda already.
yeah.
So like these things drink so good.
I mean, I have one swallow.
That's because you're milking it a little much. So
Yeah, like that grape there, it's 50% Concord grape juice. I mean, so we're not using any of the flavorings.
sure.
And even that cream soda, we use a raw cane sugar as a sweetener and everything.
Okay.
And so with the molasses in that cane sugar, it adds like a caramel marshmallow type flavor.
Okay. So let's
I can say all of these ingredients.
which is amazing.
It is, because there's a lot of times you see things and you're like, I don't know what the fuck that is, except for red dye number 5 that everybody uses,
Right.
except not you guys.
No, we don't have any no colors or any of that kind of stuff in any of the sodas.
So let's start out with so let's go to the next one of his first ever. So let's do some blueberry.
So this one here has changed a little bit from the first time we brewed it.
Okay.
I was a blueberry farmer, grew up on a family farm for the last 32 years or so, and originally started out actually getting blueberries, freezing them, and juicing them.
Yep. Now, I make my own mead or my own wine as well. So why would you do that process?
So
Why not just take a fresh blueberry off the vine?
so with blueberries and stuff like that, you do have to freeze them in order to juice them. If you try to juice or smash them and juice them, I mean, it's going to be like juicing applesauce. It's just not going to work. So when you freeze it, I mean, it just breaks that berry apart, and then you run it through a shredder. And I mean, they practically about juice themselves before you put them in the juicer.
Yeah. So you guys now, are you? When you started, I'm assuming like a 6-gallon carboy, and then what are you at now?
Yeah. So right now, yeah, we started at that. I was brewing about 15 gallons or so at a time, and
Okay.
now we're brewing.
Really good.
Yeah.
That is blueberry.
Things that you just don't expect.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, that was wonderful.
That was blueberry.
Yeah, like I mean, man, okay. I love the fact that you're not using flavorings and things like that. You're using
So we'll use a little bit of a natural flavoring in that blue.
sure.
It's a very little bit. It's 40% blueberry juice, or we use a blueberry concentrate now. So back up just a little bit. We were juicing blueberries, and then during about 2021, there was I guess a glut of vegetables going into freezers, and the markup that it was going to be is you had to have a minimum amount, and yeah, there was no way I was ever going to do that. So we switched to a concentrate, which was kind of a bummer at the time. I mean, I could tell a major flavor difference, but overall it's been great because I mean we were able to make it a little bit easier. We don't have to dose everything quite as much, and instead of having several pallets that I'll need per year, I can do a couple 5-gallon pails.
Sure.
So that's a lot easier to store. Yeah, and maybe in the future we can move back to juicing again, but that'll be a long ways in the future.
So are you fermenting? You're not doing any
No,
fermentation?
There's no fermentation, so I mean these are non-alcohol. They're just
Yep.
a regular soda. So for carbonating, we're doing a forced carbonation.
Okay.
As I mentioned, we started out about 15 gallons per batch. Now we're doing I got 240-gallon bright tanks. I got two of them. And then in about a month or two, we'll be bringing on some of the bigger tanks. We just moved to a new facility.
Okay.
Those are going to be just under 1,000 gallons a piece. We got two of those. So yes, those are a lot bigger.
Yeah,
It's,
now we're talking.
yeah, it's I got a good deal on those tanks. So it's like, all right, we'll just go with it and we'll see how much space we actually have after
Are you
brewing.
canning your own stuff then?
Yes.
You have a canning line
Yep.
at your place?
Yep.
And-
I got a micro canner Swift, so I can do about 18 cans a minute, 18 to 20 cans a minute, and that's just me doing that. I don't have any help
Is this
loading or unloading.
now? Did you used to have a job beforehand or?
Yeah, so that was blueberry farming and stuff like that, and I was full time doing blueberries up until pretty much this spring.
Okay.
And then we were, like I mentioned, we just moved into a new place.
Yep.
The building we were at previously got sold. And so with this new place,
Freaking landlords.
yeah, they worked out real well with us. But moving into the new place is more rent, more space, and my dad's like, you know what, you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's kind of what happened now.
So obviously we've run into you at a couple different shows. Is that your main source of selling, or do we have deals with places? I mean, what are we looking at?
Yeah, so we're in about 80 stores now in the West Michigan area.
Oh.
A lot of smaller mom and pop shops and stuff like that.
Shout a few of them out.
Yeah,
To be
so-
Martha's Vineyard. And,
Martha's Vineyard's got them in Bridge Street Market downtown Grand Rapids. Kingma's, we got Ken's Markets.
okay.
Um,
Ken's used to be in Wyoming and they closed up. I feel
Yeah.
bad, but I love Ken's.
yeah, they got all three locations there: the Elger Heights, Plainfield, and Ionia.
Okay.
And Hudsonville area, we're in Gemmons Hardware in there, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm in Gemmons far too often.
Well, it's in the checkout lane, and then yeah, Sheldon Party Store, and then around Holland, we're Kings Cove, Repeats, Northside
Oh.
Liquor, and all that kind of stuff.
Repeat shout out to them. They just posted they have a big 750 milliliter bottle of Eagle Rare right now. So
The next thing they're going to buy.
no, it's great. Okay, so yeah, your local distribution now. We're quadrupling. Gosh, we're maybe quadrupling just one tank.
Yes.
So we're octupling.
Yeah.
The size of tanks that we're doing. Where do we go from here?
So from here, we're kind of looking in distributor. We still haven't nailed anything down yet.
Okay.
But we're looking distributor in the next couple months and stuff like that. Things look promising, but I can't say too much right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea for that is, we'll be able to get into several more places around the state,
Sure.
but we'll be pushing stuff at shows. We do, this year did a lot more shows, a lot of farmers markets, all that kind of stuff.
So you mentioned, so you said we a little bit. Now, do you call your company we? And I know you mentioned your dad. Granted,
Yep.
he said you have to go. You have employees? Is it just you? What are we looking at?
So I got some friends that help me out with a lot of farmers markets and stuff like that. I mean, this year was the first year we did farmers markets,
Okay.
and on a Saturday we're doing 5 of them.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
Yeah, it was quite a bit.
Getting to Fulton Street by chance?
Yes, we are. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, so
Good sales at those?
yeah, yep, they are. Yep, we did his Fulton, Grand Haven, Muskegon, Kalamazoo. There's one more that I'm forget. We did Rockford as well.
Okay.
And then we did there was Ada and Kentwood. Those are during the week, and then we Saugatuck as well.
Okay. And then then you did a random night in Granville.
Yeah. Those Thursday night markets are always awesome.
Yeah.
Kalamazoo will do some of the Thursday night markets.
Yep.
For us, soda brewing, especially like that, Saturday morning at farmers market, no one's gonna look at you until about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
At that point, they've said, "All right, coffee's done for the day. We don't have to think about having soda for breakfast."
Yep.
And that's really when our sales start kind of picking up is 10 o'clock, and that's why those night markets, we can start and everybody's already got soda right on their mind about, or it's that time of day.
I say I don't have diabetes yet, but I'm going for it today. What do you suggest next? We've done blueberry, we've done cream soda, and we've done grape.
Yep.
So what do you think we should go for next on the palate?
My favorite one is the tart cherry.
That sounds like it's going to be my favorite
It,
too.
it's one of the more sour ones that we have.
Okay.
40% Michigan tart cherry juice. I mean, it.
Screaming my language.
Yeah, so I'm not much of a cherry guy. Never was.
Like,
Yeah.
it's my favorite flavor, like go to.
Okay.
So like I'm so much a cherry guy.
Yeah, and this one's grown on me quite a bit. It's my favorite one.
Okay.
Especially a lot of markets and stuff like that. When you're talking all the day, I'm sure you guys have it too, where, yeah, your throat starts getting a little bit sore, it starts getting tired. This cherry will actually fix that.
So we do have some people listening, Joe. How can people find you if they're not in West Michigan?
So we do have an online website and store at kittywampussoda.com. And yeah, we got, yeah, like I said, the store, we got the apples up there right now. We'll probably be taking that one off just because that's a seasonal one.
Okay.
Probably be taking that off in the next 2 to 3 weeks or so. But yeah, you can pick up 6-packs, single cans and stuff.
Well,
Awesome.
I know we're jumping a little bit back and forth, kind of, but so walk me through. So you said you have some mainstays, and we know you have the lime for summer. You have the apple pie. Excuse me.
Okay,
Apple pie.
tangent
No,
time.
apple cinnamon.
Apple cinnamon, yeah.
Okay, but it tastes like apple pie.
Tangent time.
Yeah.
I'm not much on sour.
Say this.
This is not overly sour for me.
Okay.
I think this is really good cherry flavor.
Oh,
What do you think?
that's
Isn't that good?
Oh.
Very flavorful.
So I usually tell
a
people,
dream of for a cherry.
Yeah.
Like you don't get that. Like yeah, that sour cherry because like
Yeah.
it's more of a it's that tart right that's gonna
Yeah.
come out of it versus I mean everybody makes a cherry that's so sweet. This is wonderful. Like I can see how it's your favorite because it's
Yep.
probably gonna be one of my tops.
Yep.
When I think of cherry, I think it's something you can only have a couple of because it is so sweet.
Yep.
Yep.
You could drink more than a couple of these.
We're gonna drink. Oh
Well, yeah.
Say, man, that is
Christy, they are very good. You should be jealous.
yeah. I say, now every place that buys, they're gonna sell for different prices, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So, what's an average cost of a can? Do you know that on what you're
Yeah.
giving?
Average cost of a can, it'll be anywhere from about $2.20 to $2.50 area.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you're in Horrocks, right, they're going to be $4 because that's where David shops.
So we're not in Horrocks yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
That's why
yet.
you've been on Bucks and Brews,
But
baby.
Horrocks, if you hear that, give us a call.
Absolutely. Say you should be on every shelf. So I have some friends that have some liquor.
You have not
stores.
missed any fun yet, other than we're just polishing off a whole bunch of really good pop here.
Say
Or
this
as Joe would say, soda.
soda. So and you call it soda.
Yeah, you almost get kicked out of Michigan for it.
You do.
Yeah, yeah.
So my rules are right. You bake with soda. You drink pop. That's a Michigan thing, right?
You
Soda.
can tell him to fuck off if you want.
Eye candy can just go away. But yeah, so like Michigan. So you decided, hey, I'm a Michigan company, but I'm going to call it soda. Is it? Did you think just that far ahead that the rest of the world was going to buy your product?
Not really, but I mean, just looking into like craft soda, no one's ever heard of craft pop.
Sure.
And when I was doing a lot of the sampling at some of the different party stores, when I would say, "Oh, I'm like a free sample of pop," they all thought it was pot. And so I was like, yeah, they all are like, "Oh, you can just give that out." So I switched doing it to soda, and now you get a lot of people going, are you sure you can say that in Michigan? And I says, well, we'll be a little bit of a rebel here, but you kind of extra talking point.
So it seems when I go to trivia tomorrow night with Mr. Benson,
Yeah.
we're going to talk to Apoptosis about offering Kittywampus Pop.
Fine as
Soda,
well.
sorry.
Yeah,
Soda.
you can say pop. I don't care.
And by the way, Joe, when I get fired here pretty soon, because these motherfuckers are going to fire me, I'm going to call you for a job.
All right, we might be looking for a sales guy.
I can do that.
I say I think what we have. I mean, no. Okay, so we've done a few interviews with craft breweries local around. We might have gotten one guy fired. Say,
I mean,
I think he,
sorry, Buck.
but we learned about the labels. So, are you an artist? Do you have artists doing your labels?
Who came up with the logo?
Yeah. So the logo and stuff like that, everything's kind of been done by different people. Logo is done by a buddy of mine, And then someone else took it on a little bit of a different spin. He did a really detailed one, which was what I was like, oh, we want a nice detailed logo. And then someone's like, no, you gotta simplify it down. They did something. They essentially built it with, I mean, the mustache was like half the size of the cat.
Sure.
So I gave it back to my buddy. He goes, all right, we'll work with this. And this has been the original one from the beginning, first can and all that stuff. The designs, the Apple one, what it is, that is a hand-drawn label. If you look at the design on there, the train, all the tracks, all that stuff, that's hand-drawn digital art.
Okay.
So one of my buddies, he did that. We're kind of looking to have him do the rest of the cans. We're slowly working our way over to a full wrap label on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes some time. We figure with the special editions, we can just jump to a full wrap, make it even more special right off the bat.
Absolutely. And so now you got to surprise us, and I'm not sure you've already said, what are you going to be doing for Christmas or for for the winter time for a special?
So as of now, we're not putting out another one till we'll probably might do one in like March.
Okay.
Not really saying exactly what that is.
Sure.
But I mean, the line will be coming back out again in May.
Okay.
We got a few other ideas, but we're working, like I said, trying to get some of the work with distribution.
Yeah.
Trying to work getting this whole new brewery back up and going again. So we're focused on that, and then we'll start adding more of the flavors.
So hang on, Nick. We got to go tangent time again.
Yeah.
Nick, what is our passion project here on Bucks and Brews?
Young entrepreneur, also young, the youth, the
The
adolescent.
youth. And what do we call that?
Pops and pennies.
Shouldn't we talk to Joe and get a Pops and Pennies Kittywampus?
Absolutely. A real quick, yeah. So, Pops and pennies, you're here. You're committed to an hour.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
your thing. Pops and pennies, though, you'll love because it's only 10 minutes. We don't keep you very long. And so, we break down the same amount of information, just a heck of a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm saying we love. I think Pops and Pennies would be a great episode for
I
this.
do too.
So,
And then once we get him on Pops and Pennies, we get our own Pops and Pennies Kittywampus flavor. And now we're on the road.
now we're
Talking.
taking
What's
off.
the royalty on that?
Whatever you want.
Oh.
Yeah, look, sponsorship's not bad.
Tonight we're working for free soda.
You want to do this? So, and you said this is new right now, ginger ale.
No, we've been doing the ginger ale for a while.
Okay. So let's give it a shot.
Yeah. So I mean, this is another one here where we almost get chased out of Michigan because we're not Verners.
Yeah.
But and they all tell me you can't make a ginger ale, but we've done our best.
Yeah.
We're using fresh ginger, which is something a lot of ginger ales don't do nowadays.
So I'm gonna be. All right.
Burners is basically medicine.
I don't like ginger ale. Okay.
Mm.
Grape is a completely different. Like just there's.
Ooh, that's
So-
got a good smell.
But I love ginger. I like to eat sushi. I put ginger on every piece. I'm not a fancy sushi eater. I don't cleanse my palate, but mules are always a thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Start using this for your mules.
This does not remind me of anything ginger ale. This just reminds me of really good ginger, almost a ginger beer type.
Yeah, that's really.
Thanks.
Wow.
It's kind of a blend in between a ginger ale, ginger beer.
Yeah, sure.
It's not as strong as what I'd like it to be for a ginger beer. But it's light enough to hit that ginger ale. So with the fresh ginger,
Yeah.
it kind of adds more like that citrusy notes. And then we also add some lemon, lime, and some like the citrus zest, the oils from the zest and stuff like that. So,
We need to tangent again
Absolutely.
because we have a latecomer that wants us to list off all of the flavors again.
Well, so we don't need to list them off. Let's let Joe list
yeah.
off all of his flavors.
yeah, so we got a Michigan Tart Cherry, which is Treasure of Travers. We got the Clomp and Stomper, which is the grape soda. Blueberry Bard, blueberry soda, 40% Michigan blueberry juice. Then we go into the classics. So those are the three main fruit ones. We jump into the classics. We'll go with the root beer, which is the Backwoods Brew, 9 different herbs and spices. Then we have the cream soda, which is the Cloud Hopper. And then we have the ginger ale, which we're trying now. So those are like our 3 traditional mainstays. And then the final one is the seasonal. It's a apple cinnamon, 40% Michigan apple cider in that.
And with the apple, let's say I do enjoy the full wrap. So
It looks a lot nicer.
It does. Nice and clean.
And,
Yep.
And the big thing is we know that as much as I love party stores, they're lazy.
Hmm.
So, if you're going to put out this, you just see the backside of a can. It's just silver, right?
Yep.
Now, if I catch any side of this, I catch a little peak of silver, but I get labeled the entire way through. So, yeah, I say I really enjoy this.
This is very good.
Thank you.
Joe, I say you're spoiling us over.
So, just so you know, we have not gotten to the apple yet, but the grape was delicious.
Oh, that cherry,
That cherry was really
that
good.
blueberry was like one that I'm going to talk. I'm gonna be like, it just hits you so different. That thing, I wouldn't walk into a store and go, I want a blueberry soda. Now I should have never drank this. 'Cause now I'm be like, man, I gotta go find a blueberry soda.
Here's the thing too. We've seen Joe a couple times now. We've sampled his stuff.
Yeah.
But sitting down and actually drinking it is way different than sampling. 'Cause you take a quick sip and you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
But when you take 3, 4, 5 sips, you're like, oh man, I want more of that.
Exactly. So all right, we're working on distribution. We have friends and family currently helping with our canning process. Are you doing all the brewing yourself?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, um, we're starting back in 2017 and doing small distributions. Now we're up to 50 stores. You said
80.
80.
We were at about 50 this past spring,
Okay.
and then we added another 30, and then we're also
How long? Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, we're also into a couple like the Corwell hospitals too around the area.
Okay. So my wife's gonna be jealous. She's gonna start going to buy this at work now.
I'm not
Yeah.
happy with them right now.
So how are you getting the cans there if you don't have distribution currently?
Driving it out there. So I load up the Subaru Outback or one of the minivans or
Yep.
the white panel van and go deliver it where we got to go to. So
What you're saying, Joe, is you work like 3, 4 hours a day and you just lounge around the rest of the time.
exactly.
In millions, counting all your dollars.
It's more like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So, people don't understand entrepreneurship, right? I mean, you work 24/7, and when you sleep, you're thinking about what the heck the next thing is.
Oh, yeah.
To make that next level.
Yep.
I commend you for taking that risk to get the bigger space to get the next brewing because, without growth, you stay stagnant. And 80 stores is a huge accomplishment.
That's great.
I mean, so spring, we're at 50. We grow 30 in a very short period of time.
Yep.
I mean, and now you're going into all these stores, you're sampling, you're handing out samples saying, hey, I'd like to get distribution in here.
Yeah, so when we go into a new place, find the decision maker, give them a 6-pack of all the different flavors. So those are the mainstays. Usually it's kind of a nice thing, all the 6 flavors.
Yep.
And then, pretty much swing back a week later. Sometimes they'll email, sometimes they'll call in between then.
Okay.
And lately, now that we've been doing a lot of like the farm markets, tastings, and all that kind of stuff, I mean, the more that we're out there, the more people are seeing us.
Yeah.
And, the more places that are going, hey, you got to come in here. You're meeting a lot of like the managers, owners of different
Sure.
stores and all that kind of stuff.
So, now I guess how many breweries are you? Are you just in the one brewery right now?
No, we're in a couple of different ones. So the one that I started out with, they closed down probably about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
They did reopen as a new one.
Okay.
But yeah, we're in. If I miss someone, it's because I forgot. We're at Trail Point in Allendale. Yep. Tantric Brewing. We're
Yep.
see 2-4, and Harmony Brewing also had done a few cans and stuff like that a while ago.
Say, yeah, Harmony. It's a great location, but it's just always tough to get into. And Trail Point. My buddy lives out in Allendale, and he said it was before you answered. He said it's out in Trail Point.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he drank beer, so that's surprising.
The Allendale
Well, he's
is
drinking soda.
Trail Point Brewery.
He's drinking soda.
Yeah. Say, and all right, so you're getting into breweries now. Are the breweries buying cans or are they buying kegs from you?
They're doing cans. So I don't do a lot with kegs.
Okay.
Mainly we're set up for cans. I'll do a handful of kegs here and there, but
Sure.
not really set up for kegs. Mostly at the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit kegs hard, but nobody wanted to take off a beer
Sure.
to replace the line with,
Yep.
which is understandable. So then, yeah, pivoted into doing cans, And yeah, now it's easy. I mean, you just grab them a case and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I got one or two places that'll do kegs, but I don't like to do them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's better to have a variety of flavors because we have gone through a gauntlet so far.
I mean, we're 5 down.
And we saved the best two. These are my top two sellers, the last two.
So I say we save the root beer for last.
I agree.
All right.
I've been dying to try this apple one.
You know, ever since she said it tastes just like an apple pie, I'm like, man, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. We're gonna end up with this at the table.
It's also a good mixer too.
Oh, now you're talking my wife's language.
Well, that blueberry you guys keep mentioning, it's really good with gin.
Really?
Blueberry and gin, it's spot on.
I have a Empress gin, so I should try that with. Now, are you thinking about expanding into like lemonades or anything like that, or strictly just flavored sodas, I guess?
Just sodas and stuff like that. I did a lemon soda a few years ago, but we were getting kind of too many flavors to do as mainstays.
Sure.
Smell that.
Will. Oh, wow.
That smells like somebody baked an apple pie.
Man, if that came off with you would have no. If somebody held it up to my
Oh,
nose,
boy,
and I couldn't tell it was. Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even need apple cider.
No
anymore.
shit.
So yeah, 40% Michigan apple cider. We started doing that one. It was like first week of September. I want to get it earlier next year, make it for Labor Day. I brewed what I thought was going to be enough for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
We were gone in 2.5 weeks with that.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
yeah.
So, and how long does it take to brew a batch of soda?
I figure about a week to do it, the whole
Okay.
thing.
So it's
If
a
I
very quick process.
It is. If I'm really rushing it, I can do it in 3 days.
Okay.
But I don't like to do that. CO2 is the one thing that, or carbon and everything's the thing that you just gotta make sure you're doing it right.
Yep.
If you don't CO2 or gas it right, well, you're gonna get foamy. It's gonna get really foamy, canning, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it's a little bit inconsistent in that way.
Oh.
I bet this would do really good at house rules.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they've got it there.
Oh, do they?
Oh, they go through a ton of
I
this
bet
there.
they do.
They do.
So, why cans versus bottles?
So originally started out, I looked at doing some bottles and stuff like that. Everybody in the beer industry was starting to make the switch to cans. And so I was like, all right, looked at the idea of glass. Everyone still wants their sodas and stuff like that in glass, which I can see that. Cans were a little bit cheaper to make, so we can spend a lot more on the ingredients going into it, keep it that price down a little bit farther. And I mean, cans is also really, it's a better vessel for any sort of liquid. We're not getting sunlight in there. That's your UV rays aren't going to be destroying any of the flavors in there. You can take this to the beach. You can take it to the golf course, out on a walk with you. You don't have to worry about glass. Also it's so much lighter to ship and stuff like that. When I drop a can of this in the brewery, it's a lot better than picking a million pieces of glass up.
Oh yeah. So
we do have a question. What are options of zero sugar?
Yeah, so
in the future, because I don't think you have any now.
No, I don't. There is a possibility. I would like to work on some of that stuff. As of now, we're just kind of getting our mainstays up and going. Like to get some of the seasonals up and going. But yeah, that is something I wanted to mess with. I did a little bit of research on it last winter. I had a little bit of time, so I worked a little bit with stevia for the sweetener. But yeah, we'd only be able to do like our root beer, ginger ale, and the cream soda be as a zero sugar, just because all the fruit ones, it's fruit juice in those.
Sugar.
And that would being that we'd use something other than the sugar that we use. The raw cane sugar that we use adds so much flavor to all the sodas already. So I mean, like that cream soda, it has like that caramel marshmallow flavor that would be eliminated with a diet.
Well, and using cane sugar, it's a healthier type of sugar.
Yep. And this is it's a non-processed cane sugar too. So I mean, it hasn't been bleached or where the molasses hasn't been washed out.
And so your brother was a beekeeper or is. Why not use honey as your sweetener?
Oh, he would love me to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Price point, really.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be fun.
It's
You know,
brothers. They're supposed to give it to you for free.
exactly. It would be quite a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
So then that was one of the reasons why let's get these ones down. Yeah, in the future, I mean, I would love to do some sort of a honey soda and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just at the moment, let's just get all our prices down. Let's make sure that we can something affordable. A
And-
honey would pretty much double the price of what the can is.
So how do we start sourcing all of these types of things? So, I mean, how do you go out and find cans? How do you go out and find labels? How do you go out and find, um, you went from fresh berries to some concentrates. Like, how do you source all of this type of stuff?
Yeah, so I've been blessed in many aspects with that there. You know, grew up on a blueberry farm, so I had a lot of access, or my dad had a lot of access to um, fruit juices, concentrates. I mean, I grew up around all the brokers and stuff like that are always going, oh, hey, you know, this is where we send stuff to make the concentrate. This is where we get a lot of that. So that's where I got a lot of those concentrates and stuff like that from. The blueberries, they are Michigan blueberries. The cherries are Michigan blueberry, or sorry, Michigan cherries.
Yep.
So that's where I get a lot of that stuff
And
from up north.
apples.
Yeah. Yep.
And now cane sugar. I mean, just go to
Yeah.
the store and just hey, I want cane sugar.
I got Bremer Ingredients in Zealand. They bulk. Yeah, they got in bulk.
So
It's a very hard sugar to get, and that's why when they said they had it, I was like, all right, that's what I've been using, and thankfully you got it. So
when
How did you come up with the right set of ingredients to put into each flavor?
yeah, so I mean, that root beer was the hardest one I ever had to do. It took me 10 years to get that one down. You got so many different herbs and spices. With the fruit one, I don't want to say it was easy, but you're just kind of balancing your flavor. It's like, all right, we're going to go with this much juice, and we're going to see, all right, we got enough flavor in there. And after now that I've done several of those, I kind of have an idea about, you know, what juice percentage I want to see in the sodas, you know, what sugar content I want to hit, what acid I want to hit, or the pH I want to hit. So things are coming a little bit easier than what the first ones were.
Sure. And I say, my wife and I, when we were younger, dating and then married, I got married at like 21, but we used to go to World Market or we go to
Right.
Peter's Imports. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
carry
yep,
them.
they carry it there.
But one thing we would always buy a cream soda and always a root beer, and it was always something new and because two flavors that we both I had because and those are two products that you can have. I've had the worst root beer of my life, and I've had the best. And I'll give a shout out to Sprecher. You have the worst root beer of my life, but everybody loves them, right? But like everybody's palate's so different. Everybody
Mhm.
and root beer to me, I mean, literally, I've had because you say you can play with so many different spices, herbs, and all that.
Mhm.
Like it is the gambit of every root beer tastes different, right? I mean, I think it's one of my most fun fights with my friends. We sit and talk. 'Cause Barks is my favorite root beer,
Okay.
right? I'm not gonna lie. Barks has bite, but because I like that bite and A&W, this and our friends will just sit here and we'll have a good conversation about it. And um, with you guys now, you're bringing your tanks up to 1,000 gallons.
Yep.
You're gonna start buying things in more bulk. Does that help or hurt your pricing?
That'll help the pricing quite a bit.
Imagine how that works. The man that buys the most gets the cheaper price.
Yeah, yep. I mean, which, you know, makes sense. You're not putting into a 1 pound package, you're putting into 100 pounds and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's some of the things we're still trying to source a lot of the herbs and spices a little bit.
Okay.
With this last batch, now that I've been doing more with the apple cinnamon and stuff like that, been buying a lot more cinnamon sticks.
Sure.
I sourced that from Bremer Ingredients too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yep. And that was
Sound like a great contact for.
it was all, and they're only like 3 miles down the road from
Oh,
me, so that's where I when I go from my house to the brewery,
Yep.
I pretty much drive right past them, so I can pick all that stuff up on the way.
So no shipping cost to you because
No, not for that stuff. Yep.
So I got two comments I need to get to on here. One is we had a question on do you use sassafras root for the root beer?
No, I don't. It is back in the 50s. I think they deemed it illegal because if you drank too much root beer, which was an insane amount of root beer, it was carcinogenic.
Okay.
Okay. Huh.
Secondly, we have a question that missed the answer earlier about zero sugar options. At this point, no zero sugar options. It may be possible in the future, but not with any of the fruit flavors.
So we're still now. Would you consider yourself a startup still?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
What when do you become not a startup to an everyday, I mean, to a corporation, I guess. I don't know what the other word, I would say a corporation, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably when
Okay.
people tell me that different,
Okay.
or when people say, "Oh, you're more of a corporation than a startup," but
Would-
we've got a long ways to go. We really got to get the volume all the way up and stuff like that. Yeah, it's still a grind and putting every penny that we make goes right back into the brewery again.
Okay. So every penny you make goes right back into the brewery. Are you working a day job then?
No,
No, so this is full time.
this is full time.
Are you the employee that's
Essentially, yeah.
yes,
Yep,
okay.
yep,
You have people helping you.
yep.
You pay them as they
Yeah,
help,
yep.
but like no other full-time employees that are
No,
there with you doing things.
yep.
Okay. And where do you see yourself going with that? Like when do you, because you're going to 1,000 gallons. I
Yeah,
mean 2,000 gallons technically.
yeah.
Where do you see yourself starting to hire part-time or full-time staff for that?
Yeah, so probably yeah, within the next few months to a year, I would say. Something I've been thinking about. The nice thing with even though I'm moving to a lot bigger tanks,
Yep.
my brewing process time-wise won't change much. The canning will, but in that case, in 2 years, you just get a faster canner.
Bigger canner.
And yeah, then yeah, I'll need someone to help run that one there. But I mean, if you can do 60 cans a minute versus 20 cans a minute, well, that saves a lot of time there already.
I used to work at Mead Johnson and they make baby formula. So
Mhm.
watching the cans, and so it's just an elevator, right? Just kick, 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 and you got a person checking to make sure there's no dents, no
Mhm.
opens, no anything, and they're picking out cans, throwing them, and then just watching the whole process. But so you're the man, the myth, the legend in this entire thing. I mean, you're sourcing all the product, you're brewing all the stuff, you're canning, you're labeling, you're distributing. This is a lot to do for one man.
It is a lot.
And we haven't technically, I mean, you're making money, but you haven't profited because
We keep
putting all
yeah.
back into the company.
Yep. I mean, every year I keep going, oh, I think this is a year we can maybe make a profit. And then we go, oh, wait, we got to go buy new equipment. And so I mean, even last year where I was at, I had, it was two 100 barrel bright tanks.
Okay.
And then it was 6 months ago when I had the two 240s. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay. Last year I was like, all right, we got enough that we can, or I guess this spring I was like, all right, we got enough now that we can probably show a profit on the income statement. And then also it's like, all right, we got to get a new place. Rent was going up and all new equipment again. So that just took that all right back out again.
And equipment's not cheap. I mean,
No. This is kind of a decent time to get some of that equipment.
breweries are going out.
Yes, yep. So it's a lot of the bigger breweries, which is kind of where we're starting to get into for some of the tank sizes. That was one reason why I went with those 1,000-gallon tanks. I could either get a 500 or 1,000, and it was like the same price.
Yeah.
So
Let's say, and gosh, sanitize, sanitize, sanitize.
Yes,
Right? It's like
yes.
your favorite word.
yes, it's the only word I know about.
Oh my gosh. I do small batch stuff. I'm still at your 5 gallon, 6 gallon stuff like that. And it sanitizing. I'm blessed to have my wife because
Yep.
she's a heck of a lot better at it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, throw the stuff in them. Well, let's go. Now, so you want to grow, and okay, so from here, how much bigger can you get?
I don't know.
It's the best part.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, we can go quite a bit bigger. And we really have to get high volume to really make everything work.
Sure.
I mean, you're paying the same amount of rent if you make
Mhm.
one can or if you're making 20,000 cans. And that's yeah, we got to get way beyond all that yet.
So, and then now, are you going to always keep distribution out of Michigan, or are you going to, if you get to the West Coast, do half and half? Are you going to end up in Missouri or something to do all your West Coast stuff?
We'll have to see how that goes on. I mean, sure, as a dream, it'd be fun to go national, but focus on Michigan right now, or focus on West Michigan right now, then
Sure.
Michigan,
Okay.
and just kind of continue to grow from there. And as we also keep brewing. We're going to make everything more efficient too.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that we can think about for shipping wise and stuff like that. I know a lot of people go to co-packing, and yeah,
Yeah.
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Something you can dream about, but we're not going to think on that right now. We got plenty of other stuff that we got to work with.
Now, so it takes you a week. Now, it takes you a week to brew one. How long does the whole process take to can it, to do all that from the day you start?
Yeah, so from the day I start, there's probably about 20 hours of labor into everything.
Okay.
I mean, and when I'm doing my 2 tanks, both tanks are different flavors. So it was really nice when I had the 6 mainstays. You could have a turnaround time every 3 weeks. You could have all the flavors rebrewed and stuff like that.
Okay.
I always shot to do 3 brews or 3 weeks of brewing in a month. That way I could have 1 month to go, all right, if there's stuff that need to get fixed, if there's other, it's like, all right, we got several events coming up. I can't quite get the brewing done, but I can brew it now and can it 6 days later. We can kind of work with that.
Okay. And just say gosh, you're doing so much, keeping up with inventory, you're keeping up like.
Yeah, I do wonder how I do it. And yeah.
Say, I have no, how do you do it? You drink a bunch of sugar and get going.
Exactly.
Let's go. Yeah, that was another fun question. I mean, you're milking yours compared to what we've done so far. How many do you drink your own product, and how much do you consume normally?
Yeah, I'll drink a little bit. I don't have a ton. Once it's in the can, I go, oh, that's a saleable item now.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
Right.
When it's in the bright tank and all that stuff, I'm taking samples quite a bit. I drink a lot of that apple. I drink a lot of that stuff out of the tanks. Once it's in a can, or if I got a bad can that's going through the canning line, set that off to the side. But if it's in a can, I go, oh man, that's so much I can sell or give a sample to someone else. So I do. I'll drink a sample here and there, but I don't drink a ton of it.
Yeah, you're not every day going out and drinking your own.
No,
Profits away.
Exactly. I do have several cans a week though.
So we have a good question here. Are we gluten free?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are. Yep, they're not licensed as a gluten free product, but we don't add anything, and we don't have anything that would have it in.
All right.
So yeah,
good to know, because my wife would definitely drink this.
Brooke's gluten free as well.
Yeah, is she?
Yeah, actually.
I think we did talk about that on the episode. Yeah.
No. Because this is some great products. I love that. That really tastes like an apple pie in liquid form. I mean, you nailed that one. I'm very impressed with all of the flavors of everything we have.
I might like that one better than the grape.
I think it was top one right there.
That cherry's really good too.
That blueberry just blew.
I haven't had a bad one yet.
No. We'll give it credit. I haven't tried the grape, but I'm assuming it's amazing.
The grape was amazing.
Saying Concord is rough.
I'm still waiting for you to finish that so we can try this root beer.
It's gone. Waiting for you. Last one here. You ever watched anybody polish off 7 sodas?
I don't think so.
In 48 minutes?
An hour sitting?
We're doing pretty good. So yeah, like with that root beer and stuff like that, that's exactly what I'm drinking right now. And as you can tell, it's a lot lighter. You're not gonna be able to tell that in theirs. We don't use a caramel color. None of them have a colorings in, and so this is our color of our root beer.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of people look at it. They go, "Oh, that's a really light looking root beer."
Yeah.
Is it light in flavor too? And no, we got 9 different herbs and spices. Everyone's got though what they think root beer and all that stuff should taste like.
Yeah. No, and that's, I say, it's very fun for me. To me, I don't know. I think drinking, whether it's alcohol or non-alcohol, should just be fun, right? You should enjoy what you're drinking and have a good time with it. So, don't get me wrong. I wish you would have went the Faggo route and went with 3 liters. I haven't seen a 3 liter in forever. Do they even make them?
I don't even know if Faggo has them anymore.
I think like you'll see Dollar General will have some of that stuff, but it's usually like their brand or whatever they have. Yeah,
big old caps on those
Yeah.
things.
At least you two will be safe to drive home, just jittery from all the
Listen,
sugar.
that's what you. I'm all hyped up Mountain Dew.
This is going to be way worse than when we drink. Isn't it good?
That's a great root beer.
Yeah, that one took me 10 years to get that root beer where it's at.
Yeah.
10 years well spent.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mm.
nailed that. Not a bad bunch and anything that I had. That was, man, that's wonderful.
When we don't like something, we're really honest.
We tend to be very honest with everybody, far too much. Say,
It gets us in trouble sometimes.
but
These have been stellar, every one.
so. Okay, how long do you have? How long do you have to get out of your old place and into your new place? And what is that like? Are you gonna just brew a bunch so that way you have it sitting so that way you don't lose traction? Or walk me through growth and how
Yep.
that looks.
So we already made the move. We had to be out of the old building by 1st of October.
Okay.
We were a little bit later than that, but the people that bought the building and stuff like that, they were awesome to work with. I brewed it a lot just to get caught up and stuff like that. I did enough for about 2 months is kind of what I figured it would take. And they also, the old landlords kind of gave me some extra space to kind of have that all stockpiled and all
Okay.
that. And then, moving into the new place. It's a lot of setup. But like I said, we got new equipment. We don't have that set up yet, but I took all the old equipment, and that's essentially all plug and play.
Sure.
I want an easy move in, and then now we can kind of slowly get everything else, or I shouldn't say slowly. Now we can get everything else up and running. But we're back up brewing. Everything got licensed last week or this week or whatever it was.
Walk me through that if you don't mind. Like you said, everything got licensed.
Yep. So we're licensed by MDARD, so it'd be state of Michigan.
Okay. Because it's brewing.
Yeah, because we're a food wholesaler.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know. I can't remember exactly it is how the breweries and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many different licensing
Yep.
that you have. Health department, if I remember correctly. I mean, don't quote me on this. They do more of the restaurants. If you're having stuff, if you're eating it there.
Consumption on
Yes,
site. Yep.
consumption on site. Whereas, with these here, I can sell you a can, you can take it out,
Sure.
or it goes to stores. So that's different. It's a wholesaling license, so that's done by state of Michigan.
Okay. Perfect. And so they have to come inspect your building. Do they inspect your tanks and all this? Since you got new tanks, do they have
Yes.
to take a look at all that?
So essentially the way they explain is they inspect more of the process.
Okay.
So they were there while I brewed,
Okay.
about an hour or so. Mainly, I mean, yeah, I was brewing the root beer and a grape. And essentially, they were asking, all right, how do you add stuff? How are you storing everything? It was more or less quizzing to make sure that you knew
Sure.
how to store everything. Recalls, they're like, if you had a recall, what's your process to do some of that kind of stuff? It was kind of fun. I mean, it was more of a, some places you almost get, it's like, oh, you're doing this wrong. You got to do this. It was more of a like, all right, they're making sure that everything's getting done properly.
Sure.
They're wanting to make sure that your process are right. So, I mean, you just, as long as you know your stuff, it's.
Did you
totally
offer them samples?
I did not.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
tried to buy that bribery all day.
That was the reason I didn't. I was like, I could, but also is that seen as a bribe? So I did. But he actually did have the Kittywampus before, so I was like, all right, we're actually getting out there. He had a Heidi's farm stand, so he's like, oh, I saw the blueberries. Like, I had the blueberry cherry. I think I had the root beer, whatever it was. So
That's fantastic.
yeah, he was kind of excited. He's like, now that I've had it, now I can kind of see how it's done and all that.
So, yeah, we're gonna set you all up. We're gonna get tours going. We're gonna get you worldwide.
All right.
Say, t-shirt distribution. You got to start doing, the same thing that Yesterdog does, right? If you send us a photo, we'll put you up on the Wall of Fame. And
All right.
people have gone all over taking pictures of their Yesterdog shirt.
Yeah.
So, now, say this dream. Why did you decide not to do beer and do soda instead?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right, most brewers don't go with the NA stuff.
Yes. Yep. So I mean, at the time, like I said, I started out with sodas.
Yep.
And it seemed like
younger than 21.
Yeah. Yep. I was 19. Not that I did do some meads before that, but
Yeah.
with during that time, I mean, it was a brewery was a stone's throw away about
Yeah.
I mean, there was so many breweries opening up, and no one was doing some of the sodas. And I thought, you know what, this is kind of a fun thing to do. And if you want to use them for mixers and stuff like that, you can use them for mixers. So that was the reason that I jumped into doing more sodas than going into the beer market.
That apple cinnamon. I'm gonna have to come to your place and get a case of that because I'm putting caramel vodka.
It's
That-
good with caramel vodka, yeah.
Oh,
That,
man.
it's such good flavor.
Say, I'll be honest, that's probably my favorite one, right? Like that thing.
You can't go wrong with it.
No.
It literally tasted like we were eating apple pie.
Cider, and it was just so wonderful. I really give you credit. Um,
When you're ready to make a trip to go buy some, Nick, you let me know. I'll go.
say absolutely. Can anybody buy direct from you?
That's been a bit of a trickier thing, mainly because I'm not at the brewery all the time. I never know.
Oh,
Yeah. I got to sleep here and there.
that was work.
Exactly. It's hard to set up times and stuff like that. In the future, it would be fun to have kind of like a Dropbox type thing.
Sure.
You come pick out your sodas that you want, do it in the honor system. But as of now, it's easier just to do stores.
Tell you what, I could probably make this work way faster than you ever imagine. So we have a listener, the one that's actually in Allendale. He bailed out somebody for a Coca-Cola machine.
Okay.
So he has a vending machine sitting in his garage. We could probably get that vending machine out to you, throw your logo on it. Now people can just come up and buy it from the vending machine.
That's true. It'd be sitting outside. I don't have
Exactly.
it. Okay.
It'll sit outside because it's a vending machine.
Vending machine sit outside.
Okay. Oh, that's
I
right.
used to sit outside Walmart all the time.
Yeah.
24/7. So I'm thinking we can get you a vending machine. You make it the price that you want, and there we go. I think we're gonna make this happen for you.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. I have to figure out the winter time. How does that work?
Sits
Freeze-
outside.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Yes, because it's a refrigerator, right?
Yep.
I mean, so it keeps its own temperature, and
Yep.
if it doesn't need to cool, it doesn't cool. So
All right.
it's worth the fun gamble to try this out.
You
So
bet.
I think we can. I got his problem fixed. I got your problem fixed. I'm a fixer. That's what I do in this world.
We have a question here on when will you be in Kalamazoo again?
As in farmers market, or we're in a lot of the Harding stores out that way. So I don't get out that way, but we got Westnedge, West Main, I think it is, if I'm remembering right, Richland, Woodbridge.
So I'm being told that there is a monthly night market in Portage.
That is in Portage.
In Portage.
Oh, that I will have to look into that. That would be a nice one to do. We did the Kalamazoo night market. They do 4 of them, and then they're done with those now for the year.
Sure.
Mike, if you have information on that, get it to me tomorrow, and I'll get it to Joe.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I said, night markets are always great for us.
So, Joe, any other questions that we haven't asked you that you thought we should?
Not that I can think of.
All right. Now a question I try to ask, because this doesn't have to be about your business. This has to be about anything. What is the best piece of advice you could give anybody in this world?
I think with with brewing and stuff like that, there's been a lot. I mean, it hasn't been all good times. A lot. There's probably just as many bad times as there are good times. But really, when you think about it, I mean, those bad times really had to happen in order for us to grow. I mean, we went through a lot of struggles. There was a lot of stuff. It's like, oh man, I wish we didn't have this. But if we would have had it farther down the road, it would have been much worse than really what it is now. One of the things is the whole move that we had to do. Building got sold, and we had to get a new place. The new place is awesome. Landlords are awesome. We got a lot bigger spot. I probably wouldn't have moved if I wasn't forced to move.
Sure.
But with that, we're looking to grow so much more this year. That was a very good thing that we did move.
Smart and comfort sometimes kills, right? And
Mhm.
it'll keep you at a spot, or you're going to be working 50 hours in small tanks versus, as you said, same amount of work for one can as it is 2,000, right?
Yeah.
Paid. So, David, anything else?
No, I had a lot of fun with this one. Joe comes with great information and excellent flavors. I'm blown away by how good they are. Again, we've tried these.
Yep.
It's different sitting down and actually drinking them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I say just I love your seasonal idea, right? Having something. I love that you have mainstays because once you have a brand and hey, this is my go-to, this is the thing.
Yep.
But I also want to try a variant of something.
Yeah, and we try with some of the fruit ones and stuff like that. We're trying to focus on Michigan fruit. So I mean, like that, the apple, blueberry, and cherry, they are Michigan fruits. The Concord, we grow Concord grapes in here, but when I get my concentrates, I'm not exactly sure where they're.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Michigan, sometimes it's Washington, but we're kind of looking at a few more fruit flavors. Possibly, everybody keeps telling me going to a peach soda
Ooh,
for
yeah.
next year. They're like, that's something you don't see. So,
Sounds great.
kind of looking into something like that. That would be a fun seasonal Michigan flavor.
If you ever need test dummies,
Yeah.
All right.
David and
We're dummies. And we will test anything.
the crash test this all the time.
All right.
So, guys, again, as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you joining us. Joe, thank you so much for the sponsorship tonight. Thank you for letting us have your passion and seeing what you actually do. This has been a wonderful episode. Really, thanks for making the drive to come here and see us.
Joe, plug the website again.
KittywampusSoda.com, and we're also on Facebook too, at Kittywampus Soda Brewing on Facebook.
Yeah, run out and look to see where you can find Joe's products. Obviously, if you're in the West
Stores.
Michigan area, there's a bunch of places. Mike's already said he's going to go to Harding's and look for some.
Yeah, on our website too is a store locator. I do my best to update that as much as possible, but there's a lot to do. But yeah, there are a lot of those locations. They're all on there.
Well, if you're ever looking for IT help, I'm going to be fired soon, so I'll be looking for jobs.
You know what? So I have to go with one more question that I just forgot about. I don't know. So we're not doing one more question. I'll think about it off air and have it
Did
back
you
on.
forget?
Yeah, absolutely. It was huge for me.
Did I make you forget?
Maybe. I don't
Or
know.
is it mommy brain? Are you having mommy
I think
brain?
I'm having mommy brain.
Did you want to announce that on air?
Yeah, so
We know now.
I'm having another child. 10 years apart. I got my girl, and we just found out this weekend that I'm having a boy.
Congratulations.
So thank you so much.
I look forward to meeting David Jr. David Watkins.
Jeez. Yeah. No, it's crazy how much my brain doesn't work. And especially I just started coaching. I just started doing this. I hope the interview, seems like it went well. We have a lot of things.
We had a lot of engagement.
Yes.
Both on Twitch and on TikTok.
We love it.
Lots of
That's
questions.
awesome.
So, it's a social media presence. Man, you are wonderful. You're running the full business. Oh, that was my question. So
We talk long enough.
Yeah, you're running the full business. Do you have a business coach?
I do have several mentors and stuff like that. Several people are just kind of ones you call up, talk to. I've worked a lot with SCORE.
Yep.
And yeah, meet with those guys. It was, like 2-3 times a year. Now it's about once a year and stuff like that. Just kind of go over everything. That is important to make sure that you are held accountable for everything that you do. When you're doing stuff by yourself, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Otherwise, you can get lost in the weeds pretty quickly.
Well, it's good to have that check too of, hey, this is something that's really bothering me, and going to another business owner and saying, all right, this is what's going on, and I'm just literally pulling you back from the edge.
Yeah.
To say, all right, you're going to expand. We'd love to have you back on at some point talking about where you are, of course, where you're going to be headed. I'm excited to become an employee. This is going to be great. David and I are both going to come work for you. I'm going to be canning, but just don't mind that I'm canning at 2 a.m.
That's usually when I'm canning. So why don't you come on over?
We'll say, trust me. Don't tempt me with a good time. I'm going to be one of your friends. You just don't know it yet.
The only thing I ask is that we put more cans on the pallet than in our bellies.
Just say absolutely.
Yeah.
I won't even.
You're not brewing beer. We'll be okay.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a wonderful episode.
Yeah, guys, thanks for joining as always. If you got ideas for shows, shoot them to us because we always are looking for great show ideas. We should be back next week. I don't think anything's going on that would keep us away. So, join us then. And Joe, thank you again for coming on.
I appreciate y'all having me, and thank you everybody for listening.
You've dialed in to Box and Brews. You might hear something you can use, like tips on your cash or tips on the suds. You're gonna want to use the smarts of these stuff, cause they know the brews, and they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks. So listen up, cause shit's not funny, and save yourself some beer money. Box and Brews.
Bucks and
Box
Brews.
and Brews.
Bucks and Brews.